a group where people can spend their prospects to.
Yeah.
So I started the Frequency One testimonial group, and just so you know, it's a testimonial group. People will come ask questions. There's no questions in the group. That's not what
I
it
know,
is.
I know. I mean, you guys make it, the admin make it really clear and constantly reminding people there's no product claim, no selling of any other product or whatever, you know.
Yeah,
There's,
and also one thing very important to realize is we're very, very particular that it's a safe group to send your prospects to. Okay.
yeah, I know.
If
The
someone tries to,
integrity. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I love the integrity. I have sent a lot of people there actually, and
it
I'm sure
works. Yeah.
many leaders from different parts of the world have also been sending yeah, people to your Facebook. Well, I mean, well done, fantastic. I mean, on
So
behalf of,
I'll give you a little bit of insight
yeah,
on
please.
why that group is so important and so helpful. I've personally sold directly me hundreds of wands. And one of the issues when you're marketing, especially in network marketing, is the sales typically take 4, 5, 6, 7 uh, connections or follow-ups or something like that. And I don't know about you, James, but I'm a
Yeah,
super busy guy. I do not have time to like call people 7 times to get them to
I
order
know, I
one.
know.
In fact, I don't ever, zero, ever do any follow-up.
Yeah,
But what I do is I make sure people are in the testimonial group. And if I get them in the testimonial group, and when I post in the testimonial group, both those get Facebook to remind the person to go look in the testimonial group, right?
yeah.
So if they can start engaging in the group and look at one story after another, after
Yeah.
another, after another, after a bit, they're like, here, shut up
Yes.
and take my credit card. Like I want one.
You
And
know
so
what? I
that's how
totally
we do it. So
I totally resonate with you, and being busy with whatever we're doing, we just send the people there and no pressure selling because you just direct them there, get them to join, and let them hear it from independent people whom they don't know and you don't know,
yeah,
and there's no pressure.
exactly. The people
So
in there are not trying to sell you on, they're just sharing their story.
they
They
just share,
got
and
no
why
benefit from it.
why they want to share is because they have benefited and they just want the world to know, and no hidden
Exactly.
agenda, nothing up their sleeves or whatever, right? And
Exactly.
that's the transparency, and you guys have done very well. You make sure the integrity of the whole thing is intact, and that's very
Yeah.
important. So it gives the other groups members, leaders, the confidence to keep on sending people to your group. And amazing, well done, well done.
I'll give you one hint on using the group. Okay.
Mhm.
When you have a group like that, the default display of the feed in it is the most recent activity. Okay, so if someone goes and comments on a post from a year ago, that post will come back up at the top. But like most people want to know what's the newest one.
Yes.
So at the top of the group, what you want to do is you want to change the view from relevant to newest. And so if you go
Mm,
on there every day and you just click new, and it'll say, okay, here's the last 2 testimonials from yesterday. And that way you
okay.
can look
Okay.
at
So guys,
the new stuff.
if you're watching right now, change it, your setting, right? Change it to
You
newest.
have to do it every day. You can't just do it once because
Oh,
it will
wow.
automatically fall. So every
Okay,
time you go in the
okay.
group, just click on, instead of relevant, click new, and then it will show you. So
All right. So that you
I
get
don't know
the
why they did it.
update and the latest one. All right. Now,
Exactly.
well, that was a good one, but the main reason I contacted you was I saw the most amazing story that you have posted yourself, and that's about your dad. And
Yeah.
it's about Parkinson's disease. And I know there are millions of people out there in the world, especially when you get older, and it's something that happens, and it's very hard to heal Parkinson's disease once you have
Yeah.
it.
It's a
Now,
challenge,
can I have your permission to share you and your dad's photo so
Yeah,
that
yeah. Share the
people?
picture. This is from his 90th
Yeah,
birthday
that is the
in
one.
January.
You,
Uh,
both of you look so much alike, especially the
yeah,
eyes and the nose. I don't know. There's so much similarity between father and son. Wow, amazing. I'm sure you love him very much. Tell us
yeah.
about his Parkinson's disease and how you manage to get rid of it? Please
Yeah,
share.
so my parents are my father just turned 90,
Mm-hmm.
and he was diagnosed with Parkinson's. It wasn't really advanced, but it was he had all the symptoms of it. Um, my brother-in-law, who is a medical doctor, saw it very early on. He said to my sister, he goes, see, there's very particular things in your physiology on how you move your body and different things that they will look for.
Yeah.
And before he was ever officially diagnosed, my brother-in-law was like, he's got Parkinson's. Like, look at the way he's walking, all that for sure.
Yeah.
And anyways, I've been in holistic health for almost 30 years, and my parents are very proactive about their health.
Yeah.
And but when one of the things to understand about the wand is there's a lot of things people can do to improve their health, but the problem for many people is what we call the activation energy is high. Okay, in other words, it's not convenient to do it, right? And it may
Mm-hmm.
be super helpful, but people get busy, or they don't get around to it, or they don't understand how to do it. Like I had gotten a couple of years ago, I had gotten my parents some kind of fancy frequency devices, that connect to your phone and all that, and they couldn't figure out how to do it, right? It's not happening.
Yeah.
But when I got them a wand, so I got them, a classic wand about a year ago, and they were very consistent in using it. And because they were so consistent in using it, I'm like, this is worth the investment. I got them a pro wand,
Wow.
and so they're very diligent using it. And I have my father doing a lot of things, but if you ask my mom, what do you think was the most helpful? She would say, I think it's the wand, because they're very consistent in doing it. So maybe
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3 weeks ago, he called me and he goes, hey, I was just at the doctor, and the doctor ran every single test he could think of, every
Wow.
single one. And after he was done, he goes, you don't have Parkinson's anymore.
Wow. That's
And so he's like,
really
I
that's
feel
amazing.
amazing. I'm walking
Yeah.
good. Everything's good. No, he's still 90. He's still, has some issues, but he's
Wow.
like, his focus is, I'm going to go back to golfing. That's his like life's passion. He goes,
Wow.
I will be
I'm a
back on the golf
golfer.
course.
I know the feeling. Yeah. If you can play golf
Yeah.
at 90 years old, amazing.
So
Now,
he would often, in his life, shoot his age and golf score.
oh,
So
wow.
he's always a very good golfer and a passion of his. So
Well, if you can
in
shoot
life,
90 at 90 years old, I mean, you cannot complain about that anyway.
yeah,
That's a good score.
exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Now, maybe a lot of people would like to know how did he blow, or your mom, or I mean whoever blew on him, how did they blow on here or tell us.
yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
A lot of people want the protocol. I
Yeah, I
get questions
know.
all the time.
Everyone is asking that all the time.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's talk about a bit about that. Here's my opinion. It's like step one, charge your water. A couple
Absolutely.
minutes,
I
drink
agree
lots
with
of
you.
charged water.
Yes,
Okay. I
100%.
get
You have to do
busy.
that.
I don't
Yeah,
always wand a lot. I always drink charged water. Okay. So that's step one.
absolutely. Agree with you
Now,
totally.
step two is take the device, point it at what's not working, and turn it on. That's like a low level one, right?
Yeah.
You know, can you do more sophisticated meridian points? And
Mhm.
you can get very complex and sophisticated.
I
Okay.
know, Steve. I'm with you.
That maybe that might improve it a little bit. Does that make
Mhm.
sense? But I
Yeah,
think simply pointing at whatever you want will get you 80% of the way there. Okay. The only thing I typically tell people is this: the mistake I see people make is a lot of people they're ill, they're in a big hurry to get better. They're very
yeah,
frustrated,
I
right?
know.
And they don't have patience. And
Yeah,
so when they start something like this, they're like, well, 2 minutes is good, 45 minutes must be better, right?
I know.
It's
That
like,
is the wrong mindset.
oh,
That is the
it's too
wrong.
much,
You just have to go
Well,
slow
so
because of the healing process. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, so what I tell people, I go, you wouldn't take a fire hose to your rose bushes, would you?
yeah,
Like, more is not always better.
absolutely.
Calm down,
Go
ease
slow.
into it.
Yes.
Yeah. In fact, my father, when he first got his wand, he did it too much and he didn't feel well. And I go,
Wow.
back off a bit.
Back off a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Back off a bit. Yeah.
yeah.
So That's so it's very basic, you know. I'll tell you, I always I love experimenting with people.
Mm-hmm.
And so, for example, when I first started using a wand, I would have people come over to my house for various reasons, and I'd be like, "Ooh, you have any pain in your body?" Like, let's experiment, you know. And probably like 5 people in a row, every single person within 10, 15 minutes, totally like, "Oh my God, I'm better." In fact, I have a funny story. I went couple of months ago in October, I went from California to Alabama
Mm-hmm.
to a 3 day, like 3 or 4 day eyes weekend where you like learn how to shoot guns really long distance. Like we shot, like I hit a target
Mm-hmm.
841 yards away with
Wow.
a rifle. But one of the guys there, he was the oldest guy there, who was in his 70s, and we were just talking in the bathroom one day. He's brushing his teeth, and he's like, "Oh, my arm, it only goes to like here, right?" And I had my wand in the bathroom plugged in because I would use it. I'm like, "Well, let
Well,
me do this for you
as
for,
they
for a
say,
few minutes."
you can't leave home without it, right? So you have to carry with
Yeah,
you.
exactly. And about 10 minutes, he went from this to this.
Wow.
And
That
I'm
is
like,
amazing.
how long has your shoulder been bothering? He goes, "I haven't been able to lift it above this for 20 years." And then
Wow. 20
boom.
years.
So of course
That's
he bought that wand from me and took it home.
that's nice, isn't it, Stephen? I mean, to be
But
able
I
to
didn't do
do
any
that.
complex thing. I didn't
I
do
know.
like
I
these
know.
points and that. I mean, is that better? Maybe a little bit, but
Yeah.
people just do the basics. Maybe you 80% of the way there. If you want to get very sophisticated,
Well, I think like what you said a while ago, if you have a device, keep it something simple that people will do it regularly. If you have too many kind of protocols and methods, and I don't know, it gets so complicated that people will just probably put it in a box and keep it and not touch it. So what you want is just something simple, basic, and people will use it, and then 80%, 90%, I don't know. But it helps, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
just keep it simple. You know, my brand new granddaughter who's born in September,
Mhm.
um, she's probably, I don't think, and there's no way anyone could have been wanded at a younger age. I wanted her at like 5 minutes old. She was born at home.
Wow.
Actually, she was born at home into birthing pool with, we wanded the water of
Oh,
the birthing
really?
pool and then
Oh,
wandered
okay.
her, and she loves it. Like
Yeah.
she's cranky at all. You get the wand out, and she's like, "Oh, I love it." So yeah,
Well, anyway, it's wonderful, and you have significantly contributed to the world, I think, with this wonderful device because of your wonderful Facebook group. Um, Thank you so much, and really keep it
yeah,
up. And I'm
you're
sure
you're very welcome.
you feel wonderful, Stephen. So thank you for your story about your dad and everything else today, and really wish you all the best in life. And
Appreciate you.
Stephen, hopefully one of these days, you never know. I always say I want to meet up with Ricky Brandino and also yourself. Who knows?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Well, maybe we'll see you on another trip. You know,
I know
like
you're a nice
Egypt
guy.
and Dubai or
All right.
something.
Thank you so much, Stephen.
Bye bye.